Something extraordinary unfolded today, and for those who have held Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong for years, this is the update you've been waiting for. August 12, 2025 will not just be remembered as another market. Headline.net will be seen as a turning point. This isn't another internet rumor or speculative chat room whisper. This is happening on the ground, confirmed by people physically walking into US bank branches. Chase Bank, one of the largest banking institutions in America, has opened its doors to IQD and VND holders in a way never before seen. For the first time, customers are being treated with professionalism, guided through what appears to be the early stages of a revaluation process. After years of hearing "we don't handle that currency," the tone has shifted. This is no longer theory, this is reality in motion. For years, currency holders have experienced the same frustrating cycle, walking into a branch with hope, only to leave empty-handed. Tellers would either politely decline or bluntly dismiss the request, while managers would suggest looking elsewhere. Still, the community held on, trusting that one day the value would rise and the banking system would open its doors. Now, August the 12th appears to mark that long-awaited shift. Reports from across the US indicate that certain Chase locations are engaging customers with preparedness rather than confusion. Patrons are being seated, documents reviewed, and systems accessed in a calm, orderly fashion. This isn't the chaos of the last-minute surprise. This feels structured, intentional, and planned. If you've been searching for a definitive sign that the process is moving forward, this could be it. Multiple confirmations show that some Chase branches scheduled appointments in advance for today. These were hopeful walk-ins. They were people who had already spoken to their local branch earlier in the week, secured a time slot, and were told to come ready. Upon arrival, they found staff who knew the exact procedure. No awkward pauses, no "let me check with my manager," just a guided, practiced process. Even more intriguing, customers report that internal bank systems displayed new live rates for both the IQD and VND. Figures between $3 and $4.10 for the dinar and between $4.50 and $15 for the dong were seen on screens, values far beyond what has been in place for years. Before anyone rushes to the nearest branch expecting an immediate payout, it's critical to understand that not all Chase locations are participating yet. This is clearly a phased rollout. Initial activity seems concentrated in certain cities or key markets, with others likely to follow in the coming days or weeks. This gradual, controlled launch is typical of major banking procedures. For those lucky enough to be in the early group, the experience has been a breakthrough moment. Seeing your currency rate updated on an official screen and hearing a teller confirm it as real shifts everything. It turns years of speculation into tangible reality. Let's step back and examine why this moment matters so much. For years, the potential revaluation or RV of the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong has been one of the most debated topics in alternative finance circles. Investors have poured time, resources, and trust into these currencies, anticipating political and economic changes that could cause dramatic upward movement. Iraq has made rate changes before, such as moving from 190 to the dollar, then devaluing to 450, and later revaluing to 320. But what's being seen now is on a far greater scale. This isn't a small adjustment. It could be the early stage of a return to Iraq's pre-war value above $3 per dinar. That's the difference between a standard revaluation and a reinstatement. A revaluation adjusts a currency's value up or down based on policy or market factors. Iraq has done this several times in the last 2 decades. A reinstatement, however, is when a nation restores its currency to its former international rate prior to major disruption. For Iraq, that could mean a return to the value it held before 2003, when the dinar traded for more than $3 to the US dollar. If the developments at Chase are indeed pointing toward that path, then today may be the first visible step toward reinstatement. And reinstatement is a life-changing event. It alters livelihoods, not just account balances. So, what action should IQD and VND holders take right now? First, remain calm. Don't rush into a branch without confirming if they're participating. Call ahead and politely ask whether they're handling exotic currency exchanges and if an appointment is required. Some locations may decline service or prioritize existing customers, business accounts, or high net worth clients in these early phases. If you secure a time slot, bring your currency in clean, undamaged condition, along with government-issued ID and ideally purchase receipts. Taking these steps will make your eventual exchange smoother when it's your turn. If you are fortunate enough to exchange at the new rates, remember that large windfalls require careful stewardship. This is not financial advice, but it is sound strategy to plan before you spend. Thinking decades, not days. Consult a qualified tax professional to understand any obligations you may face. Even if you feel like celebrating, your smartest move is to secure your long-term stability first. Avoid impulsive purchases or emotional decisions. Opportunities of this scale can transform not just your life, but the lives of your family for generations if handled wisely. Interestingly, Chase may not be the only player for long. Some sources suggest Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and select credit unions are closely monitoring this rollout. If Chase's initial phase proceeds without major issues, meaning no tech glitches, no long delays, and no customer confusion, other banks could follow quickly. Multiple major institutions offering exchanges simultaneously would mark a significant escalation, signaling the RV's shift from speculation to active implementation. This is also a reminder of the value of verified information. Social media and forums will soon be full of claims and screenshots, but not all will be accurate. If you can't confirm it yourself, treat it as unverified. The worst decisions are made from bad intel. Focus on trusted updates and ignore the hype. The facts on the ground, people seeing real rates in Chase branches and being walked through organized procedures, are powerful enough without exaggeration. For those who've waited for years, this offers something new, proof that movement is underway. Real rates on real bank screens. Tellers confirming awareness. Staff calmly executing a prepared plan. These are undeniable signs. And while it's starting in limited locations, history has shown that small beginnings can accelerate rapidly. More banks could join, more branches could open participation, and a public acknowledgement of the RV could eventually follow. Until that moment comes, the smartest strategy is to prepare, remain patient, and keep informed. Each day from now adds a new piece to the bigger picture. If the rollout continues successfully, August 12th, 2025 could be remembered as the day the public phase of the RV truly began, not with a government announcement, but as a quiet, deliberate introduction through the banking system. For those who sat inside Chase branches today and saw their currency recognized at new values, the wait is already over. For the rest, the message is clear: be ready. If momentum builds, the next wave could come quickly. Tonight, take a moment to absorb what's happening. After years of anticipation, hope, and preparation, the first visible steps are here. Chase Bank's move today could be the spark that ignites the full process. Whether you hold IQD, VND, or both, your role now is simple: stay calm, stay ready, and focus only on credible updates. This isn't just currency, it's history unfolding, and you're part of it right now.